Question for the men. Why is it that nowadays men don't tend to approach women in public anymore? I feel like back in the day, 90s, 2000s, it was so common for men to just come up to women and be like, hey, what's your name? Want to grab a drink? And that completely stopped. Why is that?
Men are extremely logical thinkers, which means that the benefits have to outweigh the risks. And today, I'm sorry, ladies, in most cases, the benefits of approaching you do not outweigh the risks. Because men are listening to the ladies, and what they are seeing and hearing is that women do not want to be approached unless it happens to be the type of man that she does want to be approached by. But even in those cases, even if that man is that man, he, in most cases, does not think that he's that man. But even if he thinks that he is that man, he's going to have a very difficult time approaching you unless you make it very obvious or you approach him first. Because if he's wrong, not only does he deal with the rejection, because he can deal with that. I mean, men 20, 30 years ago dealt with it just fine. But the difference today is that women have more of an attitude and they get offended if the man that approaches them isn't the man that they want to be approached by. And simply put, women are mean. They are oftentimes going to label that man as a creep. And even worse, there are video cameras everywhere, which means that if she catches it on camera, if she gets it recorded onto her phone, guess where it's going to end up? On social media. And then that man's worst nightmare has happened because now multiple people think that he's somebody that he's not.
So over the years, I've realized that women do want to be approached by men, but it's got to be the right man. It's got to be the dangerous man, the hot guy, the sexually attractive guy, not the nerd guy. The problem is, as a dude, you don't know what category you fall into until you actually approach somebody. But we got to have the risk versus reward situation. Do I go up to that person and risk being mocked and ridiculed and made fun of with her friends, videotaped, thrown on social media like the girl said? Or do I just move on past the next thing? You got nobody but yourself to blame if men don't approach you anymore. We've been mocked and ridiculed and marginalized and demasculated over the years by social media, by movies, TV shows, commercials, always making the dude look like a buffoon, right? We have to be careful. So we text different people, we approach different people, we talk to different people. That's not being a creep. That's called dating. And we don't want to get thrown on, are we dating the same guy just because we are window shopping like you girls do.